Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, this is Hairymuppet. Welcome back to Factorio. We've knocked up mining productivity a little bit. It's up to 11, which is awesome. Our solar blueprint is still crap. Actually, I really should think about that. But for today, what we're going to do is we're going to concentrate on the trade network. Now, I've built a cargo wagon one, and we see it's got 40 slots. I did go in and try and figure out how much the cargo wagon 2 comes out from normal means to try and figure out how big it is. I couldn't, so I went into the mod file and poked around, and apparently the Mark II one is 60 slots and the Mark III one is 80 slots. So that'll be Railway 3. I didn't have a look at the where is it? Armored Railway 3 with the cargo. This is armored railway, armored cargo wagon, and then armored cargo wagon 2. I don't know how big those are, to be honest. I didn't really look at that, and I don't think I should because no, I've got a notepad running in the background, and that's kind of doing some weird things. So I'm not going to worry about it. But yeah, so this is the episode where we start to think very, very carefully about things because. So I've got all this, and basically what's going to happen is this area is going to be the train network. Now I've got tin ore here, and I've got a bit of stone here, but this is mainly clear. So I'm thinking I build it here for now, and since we've already scouted this area, we'll just try and, here, I don't know. I'd like to put it down vertically here, but the power is kind of in the way, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. I could move this if I really wanted to, maybe, but We'll build a, I don't know if this is going to be the full thing, but let's just get a prototype out, and if we want, we can move it later on. So anyway, let's give it a shot. So I got some rails, I got some warehouses. Now, if you haven't used the logistics train network before, then yeah, we will try and explain it a little bit this episode, but let's just try and put a template down. So what is going to happen is I'm going to have some double-headed trains here, one basically with an engine in either direction, so they can go in and they can go out. So let's grab 5 engines, and let's grab a couple of these guys, and let's grab a couple of these guys, and let's grab a couple of these guys, and let's grab some of these, and let's just grab a ton of these too. So I'm not really looking for anything perfect at the moment. I just want something that works. Well, it's got to be pretty perfect, but you know, cargo wagons. Didn't we get more cargo wagons? Yes, we did. Okay, so the advantage to having these guys is going to be that they run pretty fast. So let's just jump in here. Let's back up a bit, and then let's go to that one, just so it slots in nice and beautifully. Let's get you over here, and let's light that up. So in terms of unloading, we could do this, and apparently that actually works pretty well, but yeah, if we do it something like that, we dump all our copper in there. That does work pretty well. I have heard some people say that it affects your UPS, that screws that over. So I don't know if we want to do that. You could get a stack inserter doing that fast anyway, but then again, these are yellow ones, so if we put red ones down, we would have much more success. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so that's definitely pretty fast. 6 stack inserters will still do faster than that, but once we get up to blue and stuff. So let's turn those around, start sucking it back out again, and putting it back into the chest. And anyway, this takes a lot of horizontal space. I'm planning on having a lot of these guys close-ish to each other, so I'd like to get that as close as I can. I don't know if I can get it closer than that, but come on, guy, get in there. But anyway, this isn't the main thing that I'm worried about, this little bit here. So what we need to do here is It's going to be like that. And then like that. And what we might try and do is... Yeah, I really don't know, because I do want to get these guys fairly close together. I want to have like 10, 15 stations or something like that, because we are going to need a crazy amount of things. So what we might do is, okay, you go up a little bit further, and we'll go up like this. Now, does this give us enough room? I think we can do it. So let's just do a really, really simple trainer unloading setup. So they always unload on the right hand side of the belt. So this guy does this, and then this guy does that. Eventually we'll be using logistics chests for all this, so I'm not super worried. So what we might do at the moment is, let me see if I can make a 3-to-1, a 3-to-1 balancer off the top of my head. I'm not sure if I can, but okay. Not sure if I can. That's alright. I'll just put around here for a sec. And then... oh, what are we doing here? So that goes like that. That goes like that. And that guy goes like that. And that guy comes across. Alright, that looks beautiful. So that's a 3-to-1 splitter. Beautifully made there. And then we'll do the same thing over here. And what we might do is we might leave it like this. No, that's not right. We might leave it like this and only offload on one side of the train while we've got belts, just to make things easier. And then later on, when we've got total robot loading, then we can unload on two sides of the train. Because, I mean, it sounds like it might be painful to only offload on one side of the train, but you got to remember that we have... oh, that needs to be a little bit further away, so we'd have to use a red one for that. But that's fine. And there we go, 2 belts. 2 belts coming off. And what we would do then is we would move this guy over here. So you guys put that right there. The red guy stretches a little bit further. And this guy goes down like that. And then we put 2 of these guys like that. And Bob's your uncle. And once this has blue belts and we got offloaders. Oh, I forgot we need chests, don't we? We need chests for buffering. Oops. Forgot about that. Okay, so that means we're going to need... I don't think we can squeeze this in a lot further. Maybe we can... we got this extra bit of space. I don't think we can squeeze it any further. So this will have to go out one more spot. Which is fine, I think. Although they go like that, don't they? Mining productivity 11 finished. So that's all of the productivity that we can do at the moment. Very, very nice. Let's just enable auto research. Just get whatever needs to be done. So that moves across an extra bit. So that moves across 2. 1, 2, and then we still got an extra gap over here. It's fine. We might need to send something up for like refueling and stuff like that. Send a coal belt up the side there. So that'll all work out. So what we're going to do here is put that in there. And then we're going to make that go like that. Is that too far? So if we have a look here, let's do a belt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Too far. We are a little bit too far, but that is absolutely okay. So we're going to make these in chunks of 3, and then we are going to do it like that, basically. Have 3 stations, and then the trains go in here, they do whatever they need to, and then they go back out. And we can probably shorten this guy a little bit. Just a little bit. Because we don't need a lot of space here. So let's go like that. And then this, well, that's not quite enough. Give me the train. The thing is, the cargo wagon needs to be on a straight bit. So we can shorten it to be like that. I think that's the best we can do. And how are you doing with that? I don't think we actually improved it at all, to be honest. I think it's pretty much the same. Are you meeting up at the same point? No, you're not. You're not meeting up at the same point. You need to be there. Okay. So you are straight and you are straight. Okay, so the cargo wagons will all work out. And then, or we can just underground the copper anyway, so all the coal there, so we don't need to worry about that. But that is fine. So we'll have this set up and we'll have it on each side, and then we'll just have these sets of 3 everywhere. And what we'll do is move that out 1, 2 more, and then we are going to have a waiting area, I think, but that'll be, actually I'm not sure. I'm not sure how we do a waiting area, but I think we can do a bit of a plan, bit of a nice plan somewhere. But definitely this is going to be a one-way in this particular area. We are only going to have one-way trains, even though we got two-way trains. This entire area is going to be one-way only. So let's go ahead, drag this out a bit, get rid of the trees and such, and we'll go through this temporarily because that's fine. Move that out there and get this stuff going. Okay. Now we'll chew this around a little bit like that, and then drag that out a bit, and then we're going to have a massive waiting area here. So we'll start off here, we'll do a slanty bit, and we'll get rid of all of those. Now how big is the train need to be? So let's go down and let's make sure the train will actually fit in that waiting area, because it absolutely will have to fit in there. Very, very important that this be in manual mode. Okay, we want to go right. Oh, driving trains manually, always a pain in the ass. Okay, you there. So you want, that's a pretty good resting place for that. Let's give it a little bit extra space. Okay, that's beautiful. Now, the reason why we do this diagonally is because it's just such a good idea, and because it allows us to fit in a ton of waiting areas. There we go. So now we do this one again, and all these trains will just fit in there beautifully. And since we are, well, this is just going to be a waiting area for our main area. This is not going to be the depot. So if you know about how the depot works for logistics trains mod, you have a section somewhere where the trains all wait, and then when they get an order, they come out of that area and actually go do stuff. And that wait area is called the depot. This is not the depot. This would be a bit of an interesting depot anyway. Although we might be able to use the same concept for a depot. like having this sideways waiting area. But the thing is, with the depot, you want that to be where the trains actually get fueled up. You don't want them to be just fueled up when they drop stuff off, when they pick stuff up, because we might have a train not even going to this main drop off. We may have a train going from one outpost to another outpost for some reason and just doing some stuff there. So we want the depot to be where all the fuel happens. So let's just do this. And then the train is going to go like that. And then this is the main entrance. So this will connect to the main train bus, wherever that is. And I don't know if we're going to make it 4-lane or 2-lane. I feel like we're going to have, because we got such small trains. Yeah, I really don't know. 4-lane, I mean, we got the resources, and 4-lane isn't a bad idea. I'm wondering if we can get away with a 2-lane. It's possible that we could, but I'm not sure about that. Anyway, let's go ahead and drag that train back a little bit. Now what we do here is this entire thing is going to be a big old chain network, I think. So this is going to be a chain. And that what we do here is we chain this as well. And it's kind of going to be a chain all the way up to actually in these stations. So it'll only be able to go in when its actual station is free up. So it'll be locked in the whatchamacallit. Actually, that should be there, shouldn't it? It'll be locked in the waiting area until the actual station is good. And because we've got a single line going through, we don't want multiple trains trying to get in there and messing things up. We don't want a train coming in here if there's another one coming back down there. So yes, this will be absolutely fine. And then we'll put a chain on the other direction, and we'll put a chain after that and a chain before that. And this is I don't really know if we want to you know what we might do to make it simpler is let me see, this. We might do this, so this comes up a bit and goes like that. So we have a separate line for entrance and exit. So you need a thing there, you need a thing there, and you need a thing here. No, you don't. You need one here. So it's not going to exit until this line is free. If you are new to the game and you're wondering what I'm doing with all of these freaking signals, why are you only doing this direction? Chain that. Okay. So then we're going to make you free at this point. So basically these are the normal rail signals. If a rail signal is green, you can go up to it. These are the chain signals. If the chain signal is only going to be green, sorry, so I'll start again. This will only be green when the section in front of it is clear. This guy, the chain signal, will only be green if the signal in front of it is also green. So what that means is we've got a normal signal down here, which means if we chain signals all the way back up to there, this chain signal and these chain signals are only going to be green when this one all the way down here is green, because we've changed it all the way down. So the train will never leave the waiting area until this guy is actually good. So that's the way we want it. Now we just got to worry about these because we got intersections, and I'm trying to get a chain signal here, but it's not letting me. I should be able to do that because this one's going down in here, and we got a chain signal. That's not right. That one needs to be a chain, but it's not letting me put a chain signal there. What if we do that? Probably thinks it's going to go back along this line, but it's not. We're going to split off in that direction. Maybe we need to make this one a normal signal. No, apparently not. Okay, we'll make this one a chain anyway. And then this chain will follow on to this one. And this one won't go past this chain. Let's move them up into the middle a bit more, so it's a bit more. So this guy won't go green until this guy is green. So it will cover it, and it will be beautiful. And then we'll put another chain here, so that the ones coming down from previous stations will stop here. We'll make sure it doesn't hit this intersection as well. Alrighty, so we got a nice little thing here. Chain, chain, chain. We're going to make these... Are we going to make these all chains? I think so, because this is an entrance line. So if there's a train here, it's going directly into a station. Now, the downside to this entire setup is going to be that we'll only have one train going down this line at a time, and until it goes off this line and into its station, it's not going to be getting another one through. So if we got another train, say we got a train here, and another train comes through and goes down this line and goes all the way to a station off here, this guy will sit there until this guy is off the entrance line and into his station, and then he will go out. And that's kind of... It's kind of a pain in the ass, to be honest, but I think it's fine-ish, because what can happen here with the logistics train mod is you can have scenarios where you've got really running out, or you just started a station and you automatically get 2 train loads. So what happens is the first train goes in here, and the second train, if you don't have all these chains, will go over here, and then it'll wait. And it'll hold up all the trains behind it, instead of staying at the wait station, waiting for the station to clear, and then coming through. So it's a little bit longer overtime, but we don't have that case where a train is actually unloading and another one's waiting for that train to unload and holding up everything else, which we don't want to have. We definitely don't want to have. So let's drag that across there, and let's size this up so we can kind of do these things. We're going to do something like that, and we're going to do that, and we're going to do that. Are we going to do that? No, because that power pole's in the way, but that's fine. And don't really need that thing anymore. Yeah. So that'll be what our setup will look like for trains, and I think it's a pretty good setup. A little bit sad about this gap, but yeah, actually we need to move that, don't we? We need to move that. So let's do this. Let's do that. I understand I don't have robots, so deconstruction planner ain't doing shit for me at the moment. We do have a little bit of power, so let's get rid of that and that. And of course, I chucked my guys away, didn't I? I threw them in the bin because I couldn't stand to have them. But I think for now, we just got to make sure we deconstruct this. There we go. And they got just enough energy to actually destruct that for us, which is very nice. And put that down. I guess we can get them to put that one down as well. Sweet. Alright, now I'll pick them all up and get rid of that. Yeah. So there we go. So that's where we had it before. Boom, boom. And let's put the robots in. They might as well do something useful. And now we have 6, 12. And these will all be stacks and blue belts and blah, 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 blah. And it'll be beautiful. And we have a power pole here, here, and here. So it's all properly lit. Why are you not... damn it. Okay, why are you not there? Or we can get express filter inserters now and express inserters. Although with stack inserters, 11, 12. And then we need a bunch more of these, which we're probably running out of iron to actually make. We'll get stack inserters at the start anyway because it's just a good idea to do that. 6 basic circuit boards. Where are you, basic circuit boards? There you are. Five. It's not hooked up to anything, apparently. We can sort of slip that in there. Now it's hooked up to something. We got 6, we're making 5 more, so we need 1 more. Okay. Get those stack inserters here. They're looking kind of stupid next to yellow belt, but fluid handling 3 are they just better pumps and better tanks. I really wish the icon on the research page would show you how much they can actually store. Like this doesn't show you either. That's stupid. But anyway, just put those down there. And now we are good. That is a good looking station. And this guy needs power as well. So we'll do a little hook there. And we'll do a little hook there. And over here we'll have a little setup for our actual logistics train thing. So a little combinator and whatever else. And we'll hook this with some circuits over to the train stop. So it'll sort of say, yes, there's this much in there. Yes, there's that much in there. And so on and so forth. So if we go up to Mr. Train, and what's this station? The Crafty Dog. We're going to have to fix all of those. You go into manual or automatic, and it screws around. You can see all of these are lining up yellow at the moment because there's a train on that block. And now they're red and now they're blue. And blue means that it's kind of, there are some routes that are free but not others. So this blue means yes, these two are free, this one is not because that's a red signal. So a train is going to know where it's going though. It's going to know, oh, I got to go to this station. Yes, the chain signal's blue, but I have to go to this one, and it'll do the maths and figure out that this one is not available. So it'll stay back there. I'm pretty sure that's the way to work, and we'll actually test it right now. Where's my other train? We might as well do this one properly. So if we add Crafty Dog and then make this automatic, yes, we can see that's working. And if we change that to that one instead, and we say go there instead, now it's going to go through because it the chain signal says, oh, this station is free. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So very, very happy about that. And I like the way this is working, and this is completely tileable, these three. So we were going to actually tile them, weren't we? Just so we got an idea of the amount of space. So we didn't want to tile that stuff. Let's do that again. This time get rid of the train and the logistics thing. And yeah, let's get rid of that power pole and that power pole and that and that. So it's just this line right there. And that light, and it's actually counting the combinator and the light as separate things, even though they're all part of the same logistics train thing. There. And there. Why are you saying no path? Oh, it's saying, oh, I finished 30 seconds, so I'm trying to go to this station. And that ain't gonna happen. Damn, these robots are actually doing work here. They're actually not being slack asses like normal. They're going to run out of energy very soon, I feel like. Yep, there they go. All out of energy. But that's fine. Let's just let them work. I mean, while they got the energy, let's let them work. So anyway, I think that's it. I think we're going to leave that. You go back on manual because I hate you doing that stupid message. This has just got one station, so it doesn't need to go anywhere, but... all right. I think I'm happy with this setup. And like I said, we can tile it over and over again. Switch it over to bots later. I don't know if we can actually... We can fit another station right in the middle here. If we do a test and we get a whole bunch of steel chests. So this guy offloads into a steel chest here. This guy offloads into a steel chest there. And then this guy, and then this guy. So technically, all we need is a single steel chest for offloading into logistics, because what I do is I make these active providers and the bots just pull them out. So what we can do here is we can actually, when we... Okay, so that's right down the middle there. So if we want to, later on, we can make this a 5 by 5, a 5 thing here instead of a 3 when we've got logistics. So that works out really, really well. I'm really, really happy that worked out so well. Because it means this station is completely future-proofed as well. It's not just going to be something that we throw away when we go to logistics. We can keep it going. I know you're out of energy, so let me pick you all up and throw you around, and then stuff will get done. Okay, useful bots. What a novelty. 2448. Okay. I don't suppose I can make 48 of those. Of course not, running out of iron. But anyway, that's going to be pretty much it. And now I'm pretty much happy with the train. And that was what I was really worried about. So what we'll probably do next episode is we might go over and we might start setting up the main train line and hooking it up to this train network and all of that sort of stuff. And yeah, then after that, I forgot what I was looking for. I think it's fast inserters. And basic electronic boards. Okay. Always running out of these things. So yeah, once we got that going right under there, and we'll get another one in the middle there, and we'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Light this up like it's day, which would be beautiful. And obviously my night vision has gone down the toilet again. So yeah, that's it. Episode done. We're just going to finish off these stack inserters, but it is all good. We got research going well, and now I think I am starting to get comfortable enough to go for blue belts because, as I said, we got to set up the main train line here, but I feel like I'm fairly comfortable enough that I can start to go for blue belts because I can set one of these up to grab the iron ore whenever I want, and I can set up anything. Actually, maybe next episode we will stick with just trains because we still got to set up the depot, and that probably requires a little bit of thought as well because ideally with these little trains we might end up with like 20, 30 of them somewhere, and yeah, that would be good to have that many. I have just not got enough of these. Let's just build all of them. Build them all. 390 gears. Damn it. Okay, I'm signing off now. It's finally going to be the end. All right, I'll see you guys in a bit.